What's up guys, I'm back here with another interesting video. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can build your own portfolio website from scratch. I'm going to cover a lot in this video, so it's going to be a long one, but stick with me and you are going to go away with a fully designed website just like the one you're seeing. It's going to have a portfolio section, a contact me, and then a hire me button where you can actually present your experience and how long you have been working in different areas of your niche of market. You understand? This is where you're going to present your pictures, screenshots of what you have done, and then you have a testimonial section where you can use to convince your clients that you are the right guy for the job. And then you have a contact button. This is more like building an email list. I'm going to touch that later in another video. This is kind of a sign-up form to have them in your mail list, and then you can market your upcoming services and products to them. So basically here you also have the contact button, the portfolio, and then you have the about section where you can basically talk about yourself. And here you also have these buttons that will be linking to all of your social platforms where they can also contact you and then view your previous work. And also you have this interesting hire me button at the top left corner of the screen. So we're going to cover different sections of this particular website. First of all, I'm going to show you how you can buy yourself a domain and where you can get a proper hosting. Now I'm actually recommending three different platforms, three different places for your hosting and domain. So basically we are going to look at number one, SiteGround. Now SiteGround is one of the fastest and highly recommended hosting platform in the world, because basically is very secure and is fast. Well, if you are looking for something that can give you a very good and high quality SEO score, then you probably should go for SiteGround. However, SiteGround is actually quite expensive, but it depends on your budget. To some of us it might not be expensive, to some of us it might be expensive, but it really depends on you. Then we also have the Namecheap. So basically Namecheap is one of my favorites. It is basically very moderate, it's not expensive, it's not cheap, so but it literally has everything you need to kind of start up a primary website. Like you start small and then scale up, but very affordable price. So basically stick with me. At the end of this video I actually have a coupon for you guys to use and then get a cheaper price right here on Namecheap. And then my third recommendation is TrueHost Cloud. So basically TrueHost Cloud is mainly focused on actually providing hosting basically for Nigerians. This is actually the cheapest and the one that currently right now I want to advise Nigerians to use. But for those outside of my country, because I'm actually located in Nigeria, those of you outside the country, I advise you go for either Namecheap or you go for the SiteGround. And they also have others, NameHero, Bluehost. I'll make a video where I'll rate all of these hostings and then you can select which of them to go for. But right now Nigeria, kind of all Mastercards right now in Nigeria are currently not accessible. You can't use them for transaction. As you can see in my cart, I still have about $40 worth of hosting a domain that I'm actually still yet to purchase because my card still isn't allowed in Nigeria. So right now I'm actually putting that on hold. But basically currently TrueHost actually still accepts card. So if you're in Nigeria and you want to follow along and you have the money, getting hosting on TrueHost is not actually expensive. It's anything around 12,000. You can actually even pay for 6 months, and then you can pay simple 6,000, about 4,000 to 6,000 or thereabout. About 3 months you can pay quarter, you can pay half. And another one I actually do recommend sometimes for those of us who are really on low budgets is the Google Host or Google Host. So basically this hosting service is okay, but yeah, I actually don't have how do I put it, nice experience with Google Host. But yeah, it actually served me well during the period that I used it. Yeah, and yeah, basically from the name you can see is basically a Nigerian website, and as you can see it's going for 800 naira a month. So basically about currently right now is $1, because $1 to naira is about 700 750. So basically this is $1 a month. So and you can actually pay for 3 months. Yeah, the first time I actually started web design, I used Google Host, and I paid for 3 months or thereabout. That's quarter of the year. Yeah. So basically now that I've done that, we're going to purchase our domain and hosting. So for those of us, I'll be showing you how you can do it, and it pretty much applies to every other kind of hosting platforms. So we're going to go, and first of all we'll search for the domain name we want to use. So all right, so actually have to first of all search for the domain before we start talking about getting our hosting. So all right, so here I'm going to search for a domain name. Let's go for that's andrew.com. Yeah, search for. Okay, so that is available. As you can see, it's 4,500, although you can actually go for a cheaper one if you are in Nigeria and you don't want to go so high. Yeah, you can actually settle for .com.ng, which is about, I think, 1,800 or so. At least with that you can actually start something and then grow it up. So as you can see, it's just 1,200 and you can move on from there. So basically we are going to add that to cart. And then now we can actually go for a proper web hosting. Okay, as you can see, this is the lowest one, and basically this is another good thing about the TrueHost Cloud. It comes with a 30 gig space, which is largely enough for anyone starting out, and you have the unlimited bandwidth. Email account, that this is talking about basically the customized email. You are going to have admin at dasandrew.com. Exactly, instead of using your Gmail, you have a professional email to use for your business, and then you have maximum of 3 domains that can be hosted on this particular plan you are going to purchase right now, and you have unlimited FTP account. I'm going to explain that later. Basically is like kind of how you transfer data from your hosting to kind of your website and then present a lot of different information. So you have unlimited database, shared IP address. Basically it's talking about the hosting, because you are not the only one on the hosting plan. It's more like you have a kind of an estate. Everyone has a building, like an apartment inside the particular house. So that's how shared hosting literally works. You have the free script installer, Softaculous app installer. This is what we are going to use to install our WordPress, and as you can see, it comes with all the CMS. So basically this is a very good plan, and at 500 naira monthly, so it's more like a promo. So it's actually very, very affordable. For those of you who have more, you can still go for this plan. So we're going to go for this one here, and then I'm going to use the domain already in my. All right, so as you can see, it's already in my cart, so use this one. All right, so we're going to use now. If you go for the 1 month, you purchase it at 500 naira exactly. As you can see, like I said, you can actually go for a month. To simply pay for a month, then you practice, and then you can go for 3 months, you can go for 6 months, you can go for 12 months straight, and then you pay 416. You understand? So this 416 you're paying is basically just for the month, and that's it. Okay, so you can choose to either add all this, but I don't really think you need this now. But yeah, so we're going for the 1 year plan, 5,000 naira. plus the um, domain.com.ng, and then we come to basically 6,700. So, and then you have the ID protection. This basically saves you from things like when someone goes to who is he doesn't see an information about you. Who is more like the people come and then they get your email and then they try to, you know, like spam you and all that. So I'm going to visit something like my own website right now, segabytes.com. So as you can see, mine is protected. Registrar, you see own registrar, you don't see my name. They go to city Los Angeles, I'm basically in Nigeria. Name, who is secured, they can't see my name. So that is what they refer to as ID protection. This will avoid spamming and all that. Then DNS management, this doesn't really apply to you unless you want to transfer your hosting. So email forwarding, yeah, but basically I think that's free, so we can continue. Okay, so as you can see right here, everything amounts to 7,700. So it's very cheap, and this is for a year. It's not even up to 10,000 naira. So you can actually go for it, and then select that. Okay, so with this we are done, and then we can simply check out, and then I'm going to see you guys on the other side. Okay, so once you have purchased your hosting and the domain, you basically get an email like this, say about 5 minutes or 10 minutes later. It shouldn't take too long though, but when you have the email, you should read there your name and then the domain you purchased. You understand? So, but this is the username, so please read the email in full. It's going to contain all of your login credentials for your cPanel and all that. So basically, to get into your cPanel, all you have to do is either you copy this, you understand, you copy that, and then once you have copied it, you paste it into your browser. You paste it into your browser, and then this is going to log you into the cPanel. Now to get into your cPanel, this is your username, and then your password is also sent to your email. You understand? And then you have the SFTP. All this is when you are trying to configure the FTP, but we don't really cover that here right now. So we're going to simply log into the cPanel. That is what is very important right now. Alright, so we're on the clear. We'll fill in your username and then your password, then click on login. Alright guys, like that, we're basically in the cPanel. The cPanel is like the back end of your website. That this is the main control. This is literally what has the main access to your website, controls everything, the files, your database, your email forwarder, and every other thing that your website is. So what we're going to do right here is we're not actually using this part of the website in the video. We are going over to the Softaculous app installer, where we are going to install our WordPress. So click on that. And then as you can see, I actually have a lot of installations in my WordPress. So basically we're going to install a new directory. Okay, so I want you guys to note this. You see this is HTTPS. Now there's a difference between your HTTP and your HTTPS. When you have HTTP, your site is not that secure and is very vulnerable to attacks, and therefore if you are selling kind of digital products, courses, or kind of a service online, the credit cards your clients use to make payments on your website can easily be hacked. Also, those of your people, or when you're trying to log into this cPanel of your website, it can easily be tracked, and then someone can basically access the back end of your website and then change a lot of things and cause some serious damage. So make sure you have it on HTTPS so that your site is secure, and then your domain. Then basically I'm going to fill something in here, but for you guys, please and please leave this empty. I'm filling this in here because Xegabytes.com is my original website, so I'm going to be installing the WordPress in a separate directory so that it will be like an entirely new website. You understand? So basically, simply leave this section empty. Okay, so here I'll fill in my name, the site name, that is the site title, the way you see Softaculous right here, and then you see Softaculous WordPress. This Softaculous is the site name, so put in your site name whatever you want. So I'm going to fill in as Andrew. I'm going to put this here. Okay, so right here you are going to fill in your admin details, and when you fill it in, is basically what you are going to use to log into the back end of your WordPress. So I'll advise you write this down somewhere, or put in something you are 100% certain that you can actually remember. So I'm going to fill this in. Okay, so right here is going to ask you to put in your email. This email is the representative, is more like where they are going to send the information from your login details, and then your access to the cPanel will be through this email. If you ever forget your password, you are going to enter it through this email. Like, they are going to send you a recent link to this email, so it's actually very important you put an email you have easy access to. Okay, so all this we are going to actually leave it blank. Nothing, should not fill anything there. And then email installation tool, you put the email there again. Why are you putting it there? Is because the details of your login, that is your credentials, will be sent to that particular email, so that in case you ever forget, you can simply go back and then review your email. So install that quickly. Okay, so we have our WordPress successfully installed. You can simply visit the website by clicking there. There you have it. This is our very first website. As you can see, the website is actually very ugly. Is literally has nothing on it. This is like a demo content just to tell you that, hey, look at your website, is successfully up and running. So yeah, now to get into the back end of your website, all you have to do is basically, all right, sorry, let's go back. Now all you have to do is you simply add wp-admin. So about that, this is supposed to be D. wp-admin. Now forget about this portfolio. This is because I installed it in the portfolio directory. It's actually meant to be simply your domain name, and then dash admin. You understand? So basically I'm going to put that back. Dash admin, and then I'll log into the back end of the website. So as you can see, this is literally how the login page for the WordPress backend looks like. So it's putting this because of my previous details, so to fill it in again. Okay, so there you have it. We actually successfully installed our WordPress website. So as you can see, is practically up and running, and we actually have a few things to do. So the first thing you are going to want to do for your website is you visit the settings, and then what we are going to do is that we are going to reset the links so that it doesn't actually start showing kind of gibberish. You understand? So what we are going to do now is we are going to go to reading, your settings, then reading. Okay, now once you are here, you basically have to do one particular thing. Click this, discourage search engine from indexing this site. Now what does this mean? This simply means that because your website is new, you don't want Google to actually find it right now until you have started doing everything, and then you have uploaded content, maybe a post or literally your portfolio. So basically for now, Google shouldn't index your website, because if it does and people kind of click through the website and then they see nothing and then they just leave your website, it's going to increase the bounce rate of your website. Now bounce rate is not a good sign to Google's algorithm, because it's going to take it that your contents are not valuable to people, and then it's going to start ranking it very, very low on the search engine results page. So that is something you want to avoid. You really want to avoid that. And then for the static page, we are going to actually change that when we create our first few pages, but for now we are going to leave that and go to permalinks. Now what I forgot to change, save changes, sorry. Now what we are going to do next in the permalink is basically to kind of update our links. We want it to show, instead of showing the date and then start showing the author with some random letters. As you can see here, you see what this looks like, P3 2022. All this actually doesn't make sense to a lot of people. So what we are going to need to do is simply change this to post name. This will help with basically your optimization for the SEO, to make your site able to be found by Google. Because if it's not found, as in if your links are not readable, people can't actually understand what they are seeing, and then they find hard time navigating through the website. So you want to use your post name there so that people can easily use it to then understand how the website moves, the sitemaps from one page to another. So you want to save that. Okay, now that is done, we're going to want to do a few things right now. So you go to your plugins. We're going to delete the sample plugins that are there, because they to be honest, I don't really know why they keep putting that there. It doesn't really have any function on the website. It doesn't really have, as you can see, it's even deactivated. So what's the point of putting it initially? But basically we're going to delete that. So you select all, bulk action, delete, and then apply. Okay, we've deleted the unwanted plugins. Now another thing we are going to want to delete is the post, because it comes with some kind of Hello Dolly post. So we're going to actually remove that. Yeah, hello world, this is like a sample post for the website to show you how your post page is going to look like. So we're going to move that to trash and then apply, and then we'll go there and then empty the trash, because you don't want anything occupying a lot of space in the website, so you want to delete that permanently. Okay, so we are done with the second part of the video. I'm actually sure you guys by now should have your WordPress installed and you have done all the necessary initial actions for the website. So for the next session, I'm going to show you how you can install the various plugins, and I'm also going to be explaining the WordPress dashboard and what each segment actually relates to, what it means, and then what it does. Then after that, we're going to build our very first portfolio website. Okay, so in the previous sections, I forgot to kind of inform you that you also need to delete the sample pages, except from the privacy policy. You need to leave that because in future you are going to need that. So I'm going to delete that page, trash it, to empty the recycle bin. Okay, so now that you are done with all of that, I'm going to briefly and quickly run through the WordPress dashboard and kind of explain what everything actually talks about. So basically, in the WordPress dashboard, you have your dashboard, which kind of initially at a glance you kind of like can see through everything that happens on the website. I'm going to close this. So here you can see the site health status, tells you about how your site is doing, like what's the health and if it's performing well, if it's bad, if things are going wrong, and then you have it at a glance. This is kind of things you need to work on, as you need to adjust here and there, things that are outdated that you need to update. So this is it at a glance. And then WordPress event, this is basically a kind of a touch from them, personal touch from the WordPress community. So yeah, don't really see that doing anything. Then activity is more like the actions you are taking on the website. Is going to show it here, your users and kind of what is going on the website is going to show everything right here. So, and also this is actually very editable. You can just move them around if you want them organized and all that. So yeah, after the dashboard you have your updates. Update is kind of where you now go to check for the latest updates, if there's any outdated theme, outdated plugins, and then yeah, kind of like correct them and then update what you have. And then you have the post. Yeah, this is where you like, this actually controls literally everything that is blog related on your website. So if you kind of want to blog and then you kind of create a blog page, so yeah, you're going to have the post section. This post section is going to be very useful to you as a blogger. You have where you can add new posts, you can categorize your post based on, maybe you're blogging on technology, you have phones as a category, PCs as a category, wristwatches as a category, those kind of things. And then tags will be like kind of what they can, the keywords they can use to search for things around your website. So that's what tags are. So media is more like the pictures in your website. So basically those pictures that people are going to see on the website, pictures like the female girl over here, this laptop. So that's what controls the media of the website. That's what the media is all about. And then you have the pages. This controls things like the contact us, the about me. But this is basically one of the pages aspect of your website. Like, how do I put it? This controls like how many pages your website is going to contain, where they are going to be taken to if they click various links on the website and all that. So basically that's what kind of your page in the WordPress section is all about. Okay, so and then you have the comment section. Basically this is like after your blog post, you have released certain articles on your website. When your users and then your visitors and viewers make kind of comments, it appears here where you can maybe probably leave them pending and then approve some will fall on spam, and then you can trash some and delete some content, some maybe probably violent comments and all that. So and then you have the appearance. Appearance basically refers to installing certain themes on your website. So those themes you like, theme is more like the context, like what controls the build, the skin of your website, the outer presentation of the website. So those are what themes are. As you can see, this is what we literally saw in the beginning of the website, the 2022 WordPress default theme. But we are going to actually delete this, and then we are going to install our own theme that looks much better and nicer than this. So the plugin, this is where basically all the plugins, like functionalities of the website, things like internal purchases, and then how do I put that, comments, social shares, pop-ups, like all those advertisements and certain designs, presentations, slideshows, things you can see on the website are basically plugins. So, and what we are going to do is that we are going to be using a simple drag and drop builder called Elementor to build this website from scratch and without any single line of code. So, and then users, basically your subscribers, they are going to appear under the user section. As you can see, my name is already there. And then you have the tools where you can use to, like I said, check your site health, import certain maybe probably the data, your previous email list if you had one in the past, and then export maybe your site template, and then all that. Then settings, we have already seen what the settings are. So without wasting much of our time, let's go ahead and start building the first website in our next section. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is to create the pages necessary for our website, so that we can later then edit all these pages, or we can simply, rather than editing the entire page, what we are going to do is we are going to install our first theme, our first WordPress theme. And the WordPress theme we are going to be using today is called Astra. So we are going to go to your appearance, themes, and then click here, add new. And then over here, you are going to type and search for Astra. As you can see, this is the Astra theme. Well, simply click on install. Activate. Okay, so basically the Astra theme has been imported, and now let's visit the site and see how it looks like what changes does it make. As you can see here, so the entire skin has changed, but there's still nothing on the page. We are going to actually change that in a moment, so just stick around, guys. So basically what we are going to do now is to go back to the dashboard. Go back to our dashboard, and then we are going to click on get started. Now, getting started in the sense that what you are going to do now is you are going to kind of install all the necessary plugins you need in order for Astra to work perfectly on your website. So we are going to get started and configure this website to fit into Astra's like demands. So it's activating the plugins, is installing and activating necessary plugins. Then it's going to take us to where we are going to, you know, like configure our website. Okay, so once that is installed, you'll get this kind of intro video. It's trying to like explain and then telling you all about Astra, but basically there's no need to go through that. Simply click on build your website now, and then you select Elementor. This is the drag and drop builder we are going to be using in this website. This builder is actually great and actually serves as most of the websites actually used outside there. Elementor builds a lot of websites. Basically, you can use this for different niches: cryptocurrency, blogging, e-commerce, and literally all of that. So we're going to go for the Elementor builder, and then over here I want you to search for. Now this is basically called is the starter template. Now starter template is more like choosing a pre-built website, you know, and then you import that entire website into your WordPress dashboard, and then the website basically, and then how do I put this, basically turns to basically turns to your website. And then yeah, so what we're going to do now is that we're going to search for a portfolio. So portfolio starter template. Okay, so as you can see, this is literally the same website we have. It's exactly the same website we have over here. So what we're going to do now is actually select that, and then we are going to import that into our WordPress. So basically, this is how easy and quick WordPress has made building websites. So building a website doesn't literally necessarily want you to like go through a lot of stress. You can simply pick a starter template and then edit it, customize it to your own taste. So basically, it's not all about working hard and then doing a lot of things, a lot of changes here and there. It's basically more about being smart about what you're doing. You understand? So some people will simply kind of import this and then leave most of the images, the coloring, and then all that, and then leave it the way it is, just change of maybe a few text, and they leave it like that. It doesn't really make sense that you import it and then your website is looking like basically a complete clone version of a different website. It doesn't make any sense. So what we are going to do here is that we're going to be, after importing the website, we're going to adjust the entire skin, the pictures, the colors, and every other thing. So we're going to customize it to basically our taste and make it our own website. So I'm basically going to pick a particular any logo. I think I have my company logo somewhere here. Nope. I'll go with the black. Okay, so I'm going to upload that. So this is actually how you can upload pictures and then videos to your website. And then when you actually if you want someone to be able to download that video or picture, you can simply copy this URL and then use it in building your website. So the person clicks the button and then he downloads the images directly. So select that. Yeah, so it's going to attach that to basically the website. Yeah, just continue, change the color. Probably select I think Poppins is okay, so we're going to select that. You can continue. Then just put in your first name, your work email. It could be your clients or anyone. So are you a WordPress beginner, intermediate? Are you an expert? Select one. So I'm going to go with beginner for this video. Then I'm building for myself, obviously, and agree to. Do you want to accept this? It's actually your choice. I don't actually like all of this, because at the end I want to actually go through it. So submit and continue. Now it's going to install the required theme, and it's going to install the plugins, then the necessary forms that are important for the website to fully function. So it's going to import the necessary segments and criterias and like important factors for the website into your WordPress dashboard, so that your dashboard can be active within basically 2 to 3 minutes. So we're going to wait for that to finish. Okay, so basically it's almost done. Yeah, now it's finished. Now all we have to do is then visit the website. As you can see, congratulations, your website is ready. You can just then go in and then check what it looks like. So you can, as you can see, 54 seconds, literally a minute, and then view your website. So as you can see, this is what our website looks like. Look at the logo. I basically just selected and uploaded there. That's Zegabytes. You have this beautiful lady, and then basically a lot of other things, but everything has been imported, and now your site is active and functioning. So yeah, actually good to go at this point. But no, we're going to actually do some retouching, like we're going to change this name. If you want to work as a web developer, fine and good. If you're a graphics designer, also fine and good. You can still change it. I'm a graphics designer. My name is, or you just put, I'm a graphics designer, Asha Andrew. I'm a web developer, Asha Andrew. I'm a content writer, Asha Andrew. I'm a copywriter, Asha Andrew. Then basically you like have to take a professional picture so that you can actually represent yourself very well. Don't kind of post all these pictures where you have hand signs, and it doesn't make sense and doesn't look good for your brand. So select something kind of formal, something necessary for the page, and then you're able to go. So basically I'm going to head into the dashboard. Let's close start and delete. Okay, so over here at the dashboard, you can notice some changes here, and you notice some kind of new sections has been added. Now as you apply and install different plugins, various plugins comes with different sets of tools. So as you can see, we have installed the Elementor plugin, the starter template. The website came with the Elementor, so it had to install it in order for the website to be able to function. So now we have your Elementor, you have the templates, you have your WP forms. I'm going to explain all these in different videos. I'm having an Elementor video coming up soon, so I'm going to put it in the screen, and by the end of the video it's going to pop up at the right hand side of the screen, so you can visit there and then click on one of them. Now what we are going to first do is we're going to go to the pages, and then as you can see, all the pages are automatically created. They are all automatically created. Now as you can see, we don't have a blog page here because this is basically a freelance website, and freelancers we don't necessarily kind of blog, but I recommend blogging. I highly recommend it. It's very, very recommended. You know why? Because when you blog, actually you kind of share your knowledge, like what you can do. So from your blog post, any client visiting the blog page kind of knows that this person knows what he's talking about, and then is more likely to click the hire me button over here, and then two of you basically you start talking about what to do next and how to go about different parts of building the website. Okay, so I'm going to basically add the new page. Let's just add the blog page just for the sake of this tutorial, because personally I like having a place where you simply share, kind of present your knowledge and show them that you know what you're doing. Because marketing to a client is not all about telling him that you can do this, you can do that. You have to show him that you actually know what you're saying. So it's basically not it's not important, it's not a must, but it's kind of a recommendation. It's highly recommended. So it's actually up to you. It's really up to you. So basically this is another section of WordPress dashboard I didn't actually explain. This is called the Gutenberg editor. It came with the WordPress. It was the initial builder for WordPress, the very first builder that web developers used initially when WordPress just started. But as time goes on, new builders came up and became drag and drop builders, and kind of outgrew the Gutenberg. So right now Gutenberg is not actually kind of important, but is necessary, but not it's not being widely used anymore. So I'm going to just simply put the name there, blog. So, and then we're going to save, like we're going to publish the website. So yeah, so I don't know why it's saying schedule. Is actually meant to simply say publish, but if it's saying publish on your side, it's not, it doesn't really affect it. Just simply go ahead and then publish. So as you can see, once it's published, your site will go live, and then you can simply start editing that particular page. So it's the same for every page. Simply fill in the name, and then publish it. So as you can see, it's live, page published. So I'm going to close that. So let's visit the page and see what it looks like. Basically, there will be nothing on that page because kind of did it. Well, we don't have a blog post, so there was literally nothing there. And yeah, so as you can see, the blog is not showing up here. So we're going to put that in the menu. We're going to add that to the menu, and I'm going to show you how you can edit your menu, and then maybe like shift it around, edit to your liking, create a mega menu. So I'm not actually going to focus on that, but I'm going to show you just a little bit of what you can do in the menu. So appearance, go to menus, and then as you can see, this is the blog, this is the recent page you created. So simply select that, then add to menu. So now the blog page has been added. Sorry, I think mine was added twice, so remove that. Okay, so you save the menu. Okay, and then we are going to go to our settings, then we're going to go to reading. Was it reading? I think this was writing. Let's go to writing. Okay, it wasn't that. We're going to go to reading, and then we're going to set the post page to blog. So any post or article you write is going to automatically update it and integrate it into the blog page. So basically all the posts you publish are going to show up on this page, and then as you can see, home page. So home page is basically if someone types the URL of your site, that is the domain name, it basically takes him directly to that particular page which you have selected. So home, and then save changes. Okay, now we are done with that. Let's go and start editing our page. So I'm not actually going to go through all of them, but I'm going to show you using only the home page, and then from that you can actually kind of adjust the different sections of the website, and to your own taste, and you can go from there. So there are two ways to do this. You can simply either visit the main home page, or you can simply click on the pages again. Then this is the home. Click on edit. As you can see, there's also edit with Elementor. This is also on that way, but yeah, edit. Then inside the edit page, the Gutenberg editor, you are going to see rather edit with Elementor instead of edit with the normal WordPress editor. So edit with Elementor is going to take you into the page builder. Another way to actually get into this list is simply when you visit your page. Up here, as you can see, this is the admin bar. It's called the admin bar. So up here, you can easily see it. Edit with Elementor. Any page you visit is basically there. You can go to home. You can go to about. You can go to portfolio. Is on top of each and every page. So basically, that's it. Yeah. So I'm going to close that. Yeah, sometimes the Elementor actually has some issues. If you see this, don't bother with it. It's basically because of your network. So as you can see, after showing that it's still open, So it's basically because of the service. So if it's not very fast, it's going to kind of take time, and then it's going to show that message. So I'm going to simply shift that. Okay, so as you can see, I can easily change anything I want. I can change this to rather than web developer, I can simply say I'm a copywriter. And I can change this to anything. My name, my business name, Sandro. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. I can change this image, select something from my, so I don't really have any kind of like very strong professional picture, but I think I have something that might fit in, but not really sure about it. Okay, so okay, where is that? Okay, so yeah, I think I have something that was cropped here. Now make sure your picture is a PNG and the background is actually removed. So you actually have to edit the picture. Is your choice, but I advise you edit it so it can blend in properly with the website, rather than you know, having kind of conflicting background with the website, and it's kind of like dragging the space around there. So let's select that. Okay, so the picture has been uploaded. We're going to simply insert that into the website. So yeah, the quality isn't really that good, but I think it kind of like points out what I'm trying to explain. So yeah, okay, so we have uploaded the image. Now I'm going to show you guys the Elementor and how you can navigate it. Very soon I'm having a video coming up on how to use the Elementor. Basically is how it has a free version and a pro version. So I'm going to make a video on the free version and then later a full tutorial on the pro version. So basically the Elementor is a simple drag and drop builder. So you can see here you can simply click here to add a new section, the plus button, and then you can drag anything you want, big picture, in a video, text, heading, divider. So you can literally actually add anything you feel like adding. So it's really your choice to, you know, like pick out what you want for a website. So clicking here, you can actually select either the 2 segments. As you can see, this is actually a 2 segment section. You understand? So sorry, that's it, I meant 3 segment section. So as you can see it here, so this is 4, this is also 2, but kind of unequal. The same thing over here, this is 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, 6. So it really depends on your taste and how you want to go around editing your website, and then pushing forward your design. Like your imagination should like literally go wild, but not too wild, because back in the past I remember when I started, I kind of like wanted image here and there, different colors. Like I was doing like kind of a color riot, like some kind of crazy designer, but I didn't really know I was only destroying the website, because when you're building your website you should just follow a particular brand and system. So basically you can add 2 sections. You can go ahead and then click on title. Yeah, so as you can see, this is the title, this is the same thing here. So you can go ahead and then add text to the website. Your button, you can put in, and then put in a button, and then yeah. So and then you have the image. You can decide, it's actually your choice anyway. So you can choose to put an image, you can choose to put a video. I can even decide to play a video in the background of the entire section. So it is really up to you and your creativity, like how far can your mind go, how far can you go, in order to create like something interesting, something incredible for the website. All right, so I'm going to delete the video, delete that. So okay, so yeah, you also have kind of the divider. The divider is more like a section split. Let me actually explain that. So this is the function of the divider. Here's what it does. Kind of adds a touch to separating the two sections, and then you can see a clear demarcation between the two. So that's actually the job of the divider, basically, to just separate the two sections. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think that basically it. And then now I'm going to explain each sections of actually has three kind of parts. You have the one that controls content, which is title. So as you can see from here, I can decide to change this. Put in different, like anything, just put in whatever comes to mind. And then here you can put in a link, maybe like the way this button. So if I click this, I can simply put in youtube.com, and then when the person clicks that, it takes the person to YouTube. So that's how it controls basically what you do on the website. And then that's actually is loading a preview, because rather than save, you can click here instead of just publishing. You'll click here to preview your changes. So okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to check out how to design. Like I said, this controls content. So as you can see, it literally controls how your contents appear, what actually appears, what is hidden, and what is exposed. So this one controls the design. I can decide to change the color of the text, like change literally anything, how it is displayed. You can decide to change the typography completely. So my favorite font is the Poppins. I actually love this a lot. It's clear, it's bold, and basically professional. You can change the size of your text. You can change the weight, how bold or how light it can be. You can transform it all capital letter, uppercase, or all small letter, or you can just capitalize every word within the. So you can style the image, the text anyhow you want. You can underline, you can overline. This is mostly used for in like e-commerce stores, so when they want to like cancel a price tag, that kind of thing. So instead of getting it for this price, you get it for this price. You use the line through. So I'm going to put that back to none. You can select line height and then separate that. Letter spacing really depends on you. Just your creativity is what matters here. And then for the advanced section, this basically controls like more in detailed things like you want this text. If I want to hide this on mobile, I can simply go to responsive, and then I can hide this on mobile. So if I click here, this is responsive mode to show you what it will look like on mobile. Then I'll choose my phone, so you can see this is what it looks like on mobile. But as you can see, is painted gray, so this shows that it is hidden on mobile. So whoever visits it on mobile won't see this part of the website. So and also I don't want this picture below this. I want this on this below, and then I want this above. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on layout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this, then I'll go to advanced, and as you can see, responsive. So I want to reverse the column on mobile, so I want the picture on top and I want that below. So as you can see, it adjusts itself quite well. So yeah, you can also reverse it on tablet, your choice, but I don't see the reason because a tablet is basically on the other side. So yeah, it's okay. Okay, so that's that. Let's go ahead and then like kind of edit the buttons and and all that. So for the button section, here's what we're going to do. Okay, so I just want to show you guys that when you add the link, this is what it's going to do. Now I will click here and it's going to redirect me over to YouTube. So do you see that it took me from the website and then sent me to YouTube? So yeah, that's it. That's how you actually link someone out of your website, and that is also another SEO tactics. Okay, so yeah, I can actually decide to remove all these, but let's just leave it like that. I mean, the site is basically okay on its own without a lot of editing. All you have to do is remove all of this. This is demo text, so you can simply remove all that, clean it, like make the website neat, replace all this with your own images, and just build it to your own taste. Okay, so we are basically done with the Elementor part, but I'll show you one last thing, just one last thing. So basically, like I said, this place also controls the design. Now for buttons, you basically have you can choose to make it solid, like give it a solid border color, like all around the button. So we're going to select that and then maybe make it red. Is it okay? Make it black. So, yeah, okay, so we're going to select border type. So the border radius, this is the these sharp edges over here. So here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce that, like make it a bit more curved, so as you can see it's reducing. And then we also have so the border type, we're going to, this is actually talking about the width, how big do you want the border to be. So yeah, with that we are basically done. So actually I'm going to close this and then reset everything because I don't want that looking like as bad as it is. So yeah, actually I like the way it's curved instead of being like, it gives it a kind of a softer edge, and then you can actually decide to go ahead and like add shadow to the box. So you can say, all right, I want the box to have a shadow, and then you select the color of the shadow, then black, and then you can use this to you can use the buttons here to like adjust where the shadow is going to be presented. So you see the shadow actually moving. Let me put that in desktop. So as you can see, you see the shadow moving. You see it actually shifting around the website. So it's going to make the button look like a bit more solid. So yeah, looks like it's kind of like hovering over a kind of a platform at the back. So there you have it. Okay, so I'm going to reset that. Yeah, basically that's all for the Elementor, like the free version actually. So yeah, I are basically done with Elementor. So at this place, this is actually called the testimonial section. So yeah, with this section you can actually just put in a few things. You can search for things you're looking for here and then like place it in, so yeah. So basically the rest of the things you have in your Elementor is basically for the pro version. As you can see, you can't actually use this. You have to purchase the pro version to like edit all of this, but we are using the free version basically. So yeah, the website is actually looking good, so it's good enough. And then that's it. You're done with creating your website. Once you basically edit all of that, change the text, the images, you customize the color, then basically you're good to go. You're done creating your website. But I still want to show you guys one last thing, so let me quickly update this. Oh, update that. Okay, so you click here and then view the page. So yeah, this is what the page now looks like. You can see the picture has changed. Yeah, not much we did, but the starter template basically did all of the work for us. So I still want to show you guys the customized part of the WordPress dashboard. So what this does is that rather than going to edit one by one, you can simply select particular color you want for the website. You understand? So if I want to change this kind of like I think this purple, I'll change it to like red or pink or any color I prefer. So I'm going to, this customize is actually the easiest way and the fastest way, because you can do it with a simple click of the button and it affects the entire website. So you don't need to go page by page, you know, like stressing yourself. And then you can actually still change the logo from this particular place. You can also change it from Elementor, but that is basically a pro version, so you cannot use Elementor to, you know, like Elementor free version, you can't use that to edit the WordPress website and the header and the footer. So basically you have limited access to that. Okay, so I'm basically going to go to global, and then this is where you can change everything. So I can come here and say basically I want my base font to be Poppins, you know, so that it doesn't go ahead. And then so I come here and then I select the one I want. So basically it's going to change everything on the website. So as you can see, just observe the text here. You see that how it's going to change to the Poppins font, and you can basically say I want to increase the size. Now header is basically all this kind of like big text, you know, so it's going to change that to Poppins. So it's set to Poppins. Okay, so with that I think we are basically done with customizing the fonts. Now I'm going to go back. Don't click on publish yet. You can click on it, but I basically click on it when I'm done with every single editing I'm doing, so it doesn't affect a lot of things on the website. So I can come here and say okay, basically I want the accent is like the major color on the website, so I'm going to change that and to kind of put it to red, you know, and let's see what that's going to look like. Sorry, I actually didn't forget to change this. So we'll change the link color, and then leave that red. Yeah, I think that's basically all of it. Okay, this didn't change. Sorry, let's change that. I want it to be red. Okay, so then body text, yeah, I'll leave it at, it should be obviously it should be white or black. So yeah, that's it. Okay, let's change this, so change that to red. So there you have it. The entire website basically has changed, its color, its appearance, and yeah. So I can actually say no, I don't like this color. I decided to go for blue. So why these things here are not changes, because these are not actually colors, they are basically icons and they come with the color, so they are not adjustable unless you can download the images and then go ahead to change the color using probably Photoshop or kind of like any other editing tool you have. So yeah, and then once you are done and then you're satisfied with the color you have selected, so I'm going to leave it at red, because since it kind of blends with what's already here, so yeah, let's leave that at red and then publish. Okay, so I'm going to also go back and then I can say you know, this header, I don't really know if I like it that much. And then you can go to your header builder and then go to your site logo. You can decide to change the logo or simply remove it. I can decide to expand like the size of the logo, but it's definitely not going to expand it, because this logo I actually made it customized to like just fit in already, and then you can't actually go way bigger, but you can actually go smaller. But there's no need to go smaller because it fits in even in mobile version, in kind of like your this thing, your system. It basically fits in everywhere, so there's no real need to like make the logo bigger, because it's just yeah basically going to make your website ugly. So basically we're going to publish that, and then we are done. So your customize is your blog, and then over here, rather than actually going to your dashboard, you can still use the customize to like edit the menu. So I'm going to use the main menu here. I'm going to, as you can see, we're going to add the block from here, because I think last time I did it didn't actually go, because probably I was in the footer menu. So I'm going to add the blog, so it has been added, and then publish. So right now it should appear, as you can see, it has entered there. Yeah, so with that we are basically done. I'm going to close and then view the website. So as you can see, this is what our website looks like. Everything is well colored, it's functioning, and basically yeah, that's it. So there's actually still something I want to tell you guys. You do know that to make your clients actually proud of working with you, you need to show them that you know what you are doing, and then you can offer them like the best of services. So I highly recommend you include a blog post. You can like create blog post like once every week or twice a week, depending on your own schedule. So you can actually just select when to do things, and then when to write your post. But they kind of have, when they have time, they go through your blog, they go through your articles, they go through your page, and then even on your Upwork or your Fiverr or Freelancer, wherever you're actually carrying out your services, they literally go through your profile. So having all these things in order is very, very crucial. So yeah, and then in conclusion, I want to leave you guys with one thing. So basically, when selecting your web hosting, what you should be looking at is, number one, the speed of the host servers. If they are not fast enough, you don't expect your site to be fast. And basically there is a way you can speed up your website, and that is you can use the Google's page speed insights. So Google kind of like crawls the website and then gives you a feedback on how fast the website is. So we're going to actually test this against our website and see how fast actually TrueHost Cloud can offer, like how fast TrueHost Cloud is. So we're going to copy our URL and then send it to Google. Google will then crawl the site and then give us a feedback on how it performs on desktop, how it performs on mobile, and the results of this can actually impact your SEO strategy, so that you can actually be found on Google search results page. So yeah, and then for the special coupon that I promised you guys, yeah, I still have that for you. Simply check the link below, or you can look at it right now. It's displayed at the right side bottom of the screen, and then quickly use that coupon, purchase a hosting for yourself on Namecheap, and yeah, build your website, and that's it. So we are waiting for the performance score. So as you can see, on mobile the performance is 56, not really a good score. So as you can see, the rating from here, 90 to this is 100, 50 to 89 is, yeah, those are the results. But this can actually be improved. So let's see this thing. You can see the performance is higher on desktop. The reason being that it can actually already like easily download these features, and also we edited the website on a PC. So if you are editing, you should edit both on a PC, the mobile version, and then the tablet version, because This will help you to like optimize it for the mobiles, and then the website, you know, like goes up on the search engine results page. And yeah, there you have it. You have your very own portfolio website, fully designed, fully functional, and yeah, impress your clients, start getting more results. And then I'll see you guys in my next video.